David, I want to walk you through a timeline of what the president said about the arrest of his friend, Professor Skip Gates. He came in at his White House press conference. He was asked about this on Wednesday, and he said in one breath he didn't know all the facts, and then he said this.
The Cambridge police acted stupidly in arresting somebody when there was already proof that they were in their own home.
The very next day, he was asked by ABC News about this, and he didn't seem to understand why there was such a firestorm across the country.
I have to say I'm surprised by the controversy surrounding my statement, because I think it was a pretty straightforward commentary that you probably don't need to handcuff a guy, a middle-aged man who uses a cane, who's in his own home.
And yet the very next day he came a surprise appearance in the White House briefing room, and you'd have to call this damage control.
I want to make clear that in my choice of words, I think I unfortunately gave an impression that I was maligning the Cambridge Police Department or Sergeant Crowley specifically. And I could have calibrated those words differently.
I guess a simple question, David. He's the first African-American president. He knows anything he says about race is going to be magnified in such a huge way. What was he thinking?
Well, I think that I think I'd let his words speak for himself. I think he recognized in reading the commentary and watching the commentary over in the hours and the day after.
I want to jump in and interrupt you. I'm sorry, but it's not just the commentary. This is a president of the United States who said, I don't know all the facts, and then went on within 2 or 3 sentences to say they acted stupidly.
And, John, that's why he said that on Friday that he calibrated his words poorly, that he regretted that the formulation that he used. As you know, he spoke with Sergeant Crowley, who has an exemplary record on these issues. He spoke with Professor Gates, and he said, look, pretty clearly the situation got out of hand, but that his comments didn't push the debate in the right direction. There's a real debate, or not debate, but a discussion to be had about how we improve police-community relations, and what he was concerned about was that his poor choice of words helped push the debate in the wrong direction, and he wanted to get it back on track, and I think he did do that. And there's, you know, I admire, part of being a leader is saying, you know what, my words had an effect that I didn't calibrate, and I want to acknowledge that and move us forward.
Seems like you almost wanted to say, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I think that he obviously regretted that formulation. I think that was very clear from his remarks. The important thing now is I think his statement had a very positive effect, and if you hear the dialogue since, it's been very constructive, and we've sort of relieved some of the heat, and now we're seeing more light in this discussion, and that's a positive thing.